Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser. Greatest podcast known to man, period. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. Who do we have in the chat room today? We have Claremont, we have Carbs and Curbs, OGZ, Dungeness Crab, Claremont, iBook Boy, Ron, stop it, Cam702, OGZ, and maybe a couple of lurkers. We are on time today, only 5 minutes late. It's been an eventful week, so hopefully we can get some good mileage out of today's podcast. Although I was out late last night, I'm a little bit hungover. I made the mistake of saying, hey, I'm going to cook some food. Does anyone want to come eat? And 4 people came over. Texas lady, Stems came over, and then Elliot came over, then Aaron came over, then Girl Ryan came over. So we had a packed house last night. I made chicken and mashed potatoes and one more thing. Chicken, mashed potatoes, and cauliflower. Usually don't be cooking cauliflower. I just kind of fried it in a pan, threw in some seasoning, some oil, some oil, and then fresh garlic at the end, tossed it around, treated it the same way I treat that goddamn broccoli, although it's a bit more dense than the broccoli. I would have bought the broccoli, but the problem was that all the broccoli at Walmart looked like it had been fucked by by the stock boy. A lot of good food this week. Hopefully you guys have been eating good. I know on Tuesday we did the taco challenge, the Twitch Tuesday taco challenge, where I ate 12 tacos on stream, and I learned something about tacos, about myself, and about my butthole. And what I learned was that when you're eating the hard tacos, they're really easy to eat. You can listen. A week ago, we ate 9 hard tacos, and I was still hungry for more. This week, I did 6 hard tacos, 6 soft tacos, and it was way more difficult. I'm not a connoisseur of like the food eating challenges because when I watch them on YouTube, everyone looks gross. But something about that soft taco is just hard to get down. It's more filling. It's more heavy. And the people in the chat were saying it's probably because it's flour or just because it's soft. It's more chewing. I don't know what it is, but I will tell you, Del Taco be skimping on the meat. So by the time you're eating that soft taco, there's so much tortilla and not enough like meat, but you eat the hard taco, it's a bit better of a ratio. So we got through the 12 taco challenge. I challenge anyone, if you're on the West Coast, if you guys have a Del Taco, if you wait until Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, tacos are 59 cents. So I got 12 tacos for a very reasonable price. I think it was like $9. So definitely do that. Taco Bell, no deals. You can't never make a deal with nobody at Taco Bell. Quesadilla at Taco Bell is like $5, right? Crunchwrap Supreme, $6. You want a Baja Blast? You have to sacrifice your firstborn son. The good thing about these fast food places is that they all have apps now. So if you guys live by fast food places, or if you guys eat a lot of fast food, I know I've been trying to cook for myself more lately and others, but if you get the app, almost every app comes with something free. Last week I told you guys I got the Carl's Jr. app, and they have something called the Diablo Burger. It's like $7. You use the app, it's $5. It's delicious. It's a burger, you know, cheese. Then they put jalapeno poppers on top, and then bacon. It's nuts. What will they come up with next? Well, yesterday I also did some fine cooking. Or no, this would have been Wednesday, so 2 days ago. My grandpa got this meat pack from Omaha Steaks. So he gets like 2 ribeyes, 2 filet mignons, 2 whatevers, 2 New York strips, and then he gets 12 hamburger patties. and he doesn't eat that much. You know, he eats a lot healthier than me because he's old. You know, he has to eat more healthy and keep an eye on that stuff. So he gave me like 6 burger patties, and they're thick boys. You guys know I like to smash burgers. I like to see it smash. It's easier. You don't have to pay attention. I think it tastes better. It gets crispier. You can throw onions on there, Oklahoma style. Make your own burger sauce. So the thick ones, I haven't made a thick burger in a while. I could have went in the backyard, right? Could have put it on the flat top. Could have put it on the regular gas grill. But instead, I was like, you know what? I don't want to go outside. It's 105 degrees outside. What I will do is I'll put it in the cast iron, and we'll get it done that way. So I put it in the cast iron, and then I made some mushrooms in another pan. I got mushrooms going, a little bit of butter. At the end, threw some garlic in there, tossed them around, got them all nice and shimmery and shiny. Let all the water out of them. Dude, the mushrooms on fire. Then the burger, I get the burger going. Just basic seasoning, right? On one side, salt, pepper. On the other side, I used like a burger seasoning. Whatever. Classic bullshit. Put them in there, dude. And then I was like, oh, let me get fucked with it. Let me grab some garlic and some butter. After they were done cooking, give it that baste. Give it that little butter baste on the top of it. Boom. I'm talking Costco guys. Boom. Put the butter on top of it. Then I took extra sharp cheddar cheese. Threw that on there. Basted on top of that. Let the cheese melt in. Oh, Lord have mercy. Then I put mayonnaise. Oh, yeah. Are you listening? Are you listening? Then I grabbed a whole tub of mayonnaise. I started rubbing it all over my balls. And then I put my balls right on the cast iron skillet. So I used mayonnaise to butter like the bread, and I toasted the mayonnaise onto it. Because if you think about it, the mayonnaise is just, what, eggs and oil. So why use butter when you got mayonnaise? You put the mayonnaise on it, boom. You soaked the mayonnaise into the bread, and then it turned kind of golden brown, and then I assembled it. Then I made a burger sauce. Oh, Lord. Oh, Stanley. I made a burger sauce. I used, I used mayonnaise as the base, and then where you would usually put ketchup, no. Put some Tapatio on there. I took a Del Taco pack, squeezed that bitch on there, so now we have mayonnaise, Del Taco, Tapatio. Then I took some pickled jalapenos, diced them up real small, threw that in there, boom. Dijon mustard, boom. A little tiny sprinkling of sugar, boom. A little Worcestershire, boom. Mixed it up. Oh yeah. So then I went in this order. I went bun, burger sauce, burger, cheese was already there. Didn't even need to place the cheese, boom. And then I put the mushrooms on the side. But then after the mushrooms were on the side, picked those bitches up, put them on top. It was a really, really good burger. And it cooked for a long time, dude. I was concerned. I was telling Fem, I was like, dude, I think I overcooked it. If I did, my bad. Think I overcooked it. Then I bit that bitch. I bit that son of a bitch. It was great, dude. It was great. I'm always proud of myself when I make something to eat that's good. More so than when I land a skateboarding trick. You know, when I like challenge myself. Oh, I really want to land a kickflip 5-0, which we uploaded today. YouTube.com/Ninja Lifestyle. When I land a skateboarding trick, maybe I've just done so many of them that I don't feel as accomplished anymore. Or maybe it's because it's so fucking hot outside and I'm so like mentally drained that there's no like reward. But when I make a food and I look down at it and I bite it and I say like, oh, you have outdone yourself, young man. I look in the mirror, I fist bump myself. You have really outdone yourself, young man. And I look up at myself in the mirror and go, thanks. I really do end up being proud of myself for that type of stuff. I say this all the time. I wish I would have learned to cook, like just generally. I wish I would have learned to cook earlier in life because it's more rewarding than an activity in skateboarding that I've dedicated 24 years to. I get more hyped making a fucking hamburger. Life is simple, you know? They say the ignorance is bliss. Why couldn't I just be dumber? Yeah, I don't know if I can get much dumber than I currently am. Again, last night some friends came over. You know what I really like to do? And I think everyone likes this. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat if I'm wrong. I like to drink a beer, right? For those of you that drink a beer or any drink, maybe a vodka soda, maybe a vodka and orange juice. Cool, refreshing drink. So it's tough to go outside in the summertime. It's so hot here. When the sun goes down, you know, it's kind of the only time it's safe to go outside. But I love to drink a beer on the roof. You guys know famously, I accidentally showed my dick on stream on the roof. A lot of you know what happens on the roof stays on the roof. So I like to go up there and drink a beer, man. Something about being above everyone else, looking down on the cars going by. Something about listening to the sounds of the neighborhood. Now you can hear people yelling in the distance. You can hear a car peeling out. You can hear like people opening and closing their fence or something. And you just sit up there, and most people probably aren't looking on roofs. They're not looking up, so they don't see you. So you just sit there, you just eavesdrop on the world, which is kind of like what I do at the bar anyways. If I'm at a bar, or if I'm at a baseball game, if I'm at a hockey game, I'm kind of just, I'm watching hockey, right? I'm watching a little bit of baseball, but I'm mostly just staring at everyone, listening to their conversations. And being on the roof above everyone is kind of the same thing. Even when I go downtown, I find somewhere that's like elevated. I'll walk up an escalator or go to the second level of a parking garage or something and just drink a beer and just hang out and stare at everything below me. And I don't know if you guys like to do that. Maybe it's just a me thing because it's not like a heights thing, right? You guys know I'm scared of heights. I feel like if there's a chance of me falling, I'd be afraid of heights. But if I'm behind a rail or something, I'm not afraid of anything. But being above the world, drinking a beer is great. So I think since earlier this year, I got my roof replaced. So I'm no longer afraid of falling through my roof or damaging it. I think I'm going to spend a lot more time up there drinking a beer, drinking a damn ham sandwich. So that was great, man. What else is going on? You know what? I did mention Costco guys earlier. I feel like I've been saying boom a lot lately. It's rubbing off. And I guess these Costco guys, it's like a dad and his son and some other fat kid. I guess they go to Costco and they just make weird videos, right? This one guy's like, I'm eating a fucking chocolate chip bullshit. And the kid's like, I'm eating chicken bake. And they're like, oh, because we're Costco guys. It's just two weird fucking, a fun, happy family just goes to Costco and just does their thing. And I keep seeing over and over again, I don't see them on TikTok, although I'm sure that's where they came from. I mostly see them on Twitter. It's people that are mad. People that are mad at this dad and his kid for going to Costco. I don't know why. I keep seeing over and over and over this father and son viral, happy family just going shopping, hanging out together, high-fiving each other. And I go, man, like, that's cool. Like, having a family looks kind of fun, I guess. And this is what people do. They just go eat fucking cookies and chicken bakes at Costco. I've never even been in a Costco. I know where one is, but I'm not a member. You got to be a member of the club, and I'm not in the club. So I see these father and son, and all the comments are like, oh, what a fucking asshole. He's using his son for money. These guys are so cringe-worthy. I fucking hate these guys. Why? How can anyone hate these guys? They're making their money. You know, they're making money. They're spending time together. You know, they're getting out of the house. And even if they are just going to Costco, they're making their laps, right? They're having fun. They're doing an activity together. Why am I supposed to be mad at these dudes? And I saw another video of them. It was like behind the scenes, and it was them fucking up their lines. It was like, I'll say this, and then I'll hold up the cookie, and then you eat the cookie, and then you say this, and I'll say this. And all the comments are like, these videos are so staged. And it's like, wait a minute. You didn't think these videos were staged? You thought there was just a guy going into Costco every single day on and off camera going, oh, I can't wait for a chocolate fucking cookie. Oh, hey kid, you got chicken bake? Yeah, I got a chicken bake. Of course it's staged. It's for social media. You think they just act like that? And I don't get why I'm supposed to hate. I don't get why I'm supposed to hate these guys. Maybe you guys can let me know in a comment. I see people online doing dumb shit to make money, and my first emotion is, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? You guys know I have my second Instagram. It's called Steve Hates Skating. And all I do is I make fun of skateboarders. I don't live my life like that. And when someone comments some shit to me, a lot of the times I play dumb. I'll put on my full idiot outfit. You know, I'll be like, yeah, I could have done that trick easily. If you don't believe me, check my YouTube. And even though I'm lying, yeah, no, fuck no, I can't kickflip, feeble grind a 50 stair handrail. No shit. But I say, yeah, I can do it. I actually already did it. Look at my YouTube. And then they're either gonna comment again, which is good for the algorithm, or they're gonna go to my YouTube, which is good for my YouTube. I win. I win. All I had to do was act dumb for a second. I win. You know what, bitch? Give me a chicken bake. I'll go into Costco and be as dumb as fuck. I'll eat as many chocolate fucking cookies, and I'll say boom a bunch. Boom, boom, boom. If I'm making the money that those guys are making, dude, it's great. I guess I just can't. I can't figure out why I'm supposed to dislike those guys. All right, moving on. I got a couple of articles. We haven't been following the news much lately, even though I check the news every single Friday when we do this podcast. But the news has mostly been all political. And today, I found two articles that were kind of interesting. First, we're not going to read this whole article. I just want to read the headline to you guys. YouTube chef. So you guys know I watch a lot of YouTube chefs. I don't know who this guy is. But the article title is YouTube chef gets life in prison for dismembering a surgeon on popular tourist island. So somebody out there, not named Guga, so enough talking. Let's rip this surgeon apart. Let's take it. So enough talking. Let's saw his arm off. Now it's time for the best part, the taste test. Now, before I rip his head off, let me tell you guys that I had a great time cooking for you. It's just a funny headline. I'm not going to read the whole story, but I guess some YouTube chef is getting life in prison for dismembering a surgeon on a popular tourist island. I don't even want to read the article. Next article is Wells Fargo employee found dead in cubicle 4 days after she clocked in. So I guess somebody well, I'll read the article. It's not funny. I shouldn't laugh at this. It's not funny. Someone died. Show some respect. Okay. A Wells Fargo employee in Arizona was found dead at her desk 4 days after she clocked in. No foul play is suspected, but other bank employees are wondering why it took so long for someone to find her. Now, I already have questions. We're 2 sentences in. I already have a question. Okay. Bank employees are wondering why it took so long. So which employees? The ones that walked past her dead body multiple times for 3 days? They're wondering, why didn't somebody do something about this? It's you. You are somebody. You work there. This is your friend. It's you. Somebody should have found her. So one of the employees should have found them. Are you an employee? Yeah, but not me. I had to wash my hair that day. I was on the other side of the office. Yeah, it's a dead body. Someone else should have found her, not me. 60-year-old Denise clocked in to work at 7 a.m. on Friday. A colleague found her dead at her desk in a cubicle on Tuesday. So, okay, to be fair, Friday, Saturday, banks closed on Sunday. Banks closed on Sunday. You got it. And then Monday? You were still, it was Monday? A stinking ass body, bloating, shitting itself, old bloating body, and it still took until Tuesday. If you didn't find that bitch on Monday, bro, it's everyone's fault. You know what I mean? It's a collective, everyone dropped the ball. Police responded. She was dead at the scene. The cubicle was on the 3rd floor and away from the main aisle. Okay, couple things. You can work at Wells Fargo and be dead for 4 days and no one's worried about your productivity. I once was reading the news at work when I worked on slot machines. I used to repair slot machines. And the big boss came in and I got in trouble. He said, "What are you doing? You're just reading the news?" I was like, "Yeah, I finished all my work calls. You know, there's nothing I can do." He's like, you need to be busy. You need to look busy. You can't just be on here reading the news." And I'm like, "What should I start sweeping up the floor?" I mean, I'm so good at my job that none of the slot machines are broken. And when they do break, I repair them, and I repair them with enough care to where they do not break again. Now, we have a lot of lazy employees. When they fix the machine, you know, they stick a piece of gum in there to hold a wire together. Of course, it's going to break again. But I'm looking at this guy like, what do you want me to do? I would not be allowed to be dead for 4 days at work. The phone would go off, right? A boss would be called. My emails, no one would get back to my emails. Like 4 days of no work? Anyways, I will continue. Several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing. No one... Listen! Okay. I once, not too long ago, like maybe last year, I was skating in the sewer. We have big sewers here in Las Vegas because it's shaped like a valley. So all the flooding, the city floods really badly. So I was in one of these sewers, big sewer, right? Think like Terminator 2, where that kid is riding in the dirt bike through the sewer. We have that here. So I was riding my skateboard through there, and I saw a dead bunny rabbit. And I looked down at it. Oh, a dead bunny rabbit. And I grabbed a stick, and I poked it, and it like deflated, and then it was the worst smell. Dead animals that have been sitting there in the sun, worst smell ever. And if I'm working at Wells Fargo and I smell that smell, it's over. I'm complaining. I'm gonna find the dead body. You know, what is that? Fruit Loops, follow your nose, bro. Just walk around, find which cubicle stinks, and let them know. Just bullshit, man. If that's just a jackrabbit, dude. They're fucking this big. A human being. Let's say a human being is 30 times bigger. The smell's got to be 30 times worse. Okay, and there's poop involved. Death always has poop nearby. It's ancient Chinese secret. Continuing, the building has 24/7 security. Someone should have found them sooner. This lady's death has left several employees feeling scared and uneasy. I would be scared having you guys as employees. I'm afraid of having you in the cubicle next to me if people are allowed to die for 4 days and no one knows. No one investigates. I would be afraid of everyone who's left living. Okay? Best thing to happen. Best thing in that situation for her, she no longer has to work with those shitty employees. The employees were so bad that she had to die. And they proved how incompetent they were even after she died. Jesus Christ. One employee said they want to see new safety protocols in place, saying this event was, quote, negligence in some part. Motherfucker, you are the employee. It's you. Another worker said the situation, quote, was just uncomfortable. Another quote, the body was there about 4 days before anybody found it, before anybody walked up to her just to say hi, make sure she's okay. She was just lying on her desk. Anyways, they're gonna find the cause of death, and that's the whole story. So, a lot of people dropped the ball that day. Wells Fargo, man, where you guys bank at? Do you think, like, this being national news, you know how everyone's like canceling everything, right? Last night we were talking about Bud Light. Like, Bud Light did one thing, and then everyone's like, oh, fuck Bud Light, man. I'm not fucking drinking that shit. You think there's people out there right now that are like, man, fuck Wells Fargo. You let somebody die. You let somebody die and sit there. Oh, imagine the family. Oh, bro. If I'm a member of this lady's family, we are going to find a way to make money off of that. I'm suing the shit off Wells Fargo. Like, if you're that person's, like, son or daughter, you let my mom just rot in here for 4 days? Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You didn't even find her on Monday? I had a case of the Mondays. I had a case of the Mondays. I couldn't smell the rotting flesh 1 cubicle over. Anyways, yeah, I hope somebody makes some money off of that. Next topic. What the fuck is baby powder? Why is it called baby powder? And why do people use it? And do adults use it? I don't know. That's the whole topic. I guess it's talcum powder. Why? Why do we have powders for things? Does it go on your balls? Does it go on your butt? Does it go on your feet? Where does it go? Why is it called baby powder? What does it have to do with babies? I don't know. Moving on. Moving on. I was in the car with T the other day. T and Troy, and I was in the back seat, and they were talking about football. And I've never seen people like be this intelligent about football. These motherfuckers were speaking a whole nother language, and I wish I remembered some of the buzzwords, but it would have been no different if they were speaking fucking German. They were breaking down like this super like specific like plays, like special little details in the plays with special words. They knew everyone's like position and movement, style. And these motherfuckers were talking football, dude, and I did not understand it at all. And it made me wonder if people think that about skating. If I'd be like, yeah, I was trying to hit back lip on this 15 with my mini logo 54s. I skate 775, concave, legit. I put the cut on the nose. Tail was chipped. Board's kind of soggy. Went for a sweeper. And then I went for a laser flip, nightmare flip. Went for a sugar cane, and then Nigel Houston. I feel like the way that they were talking about football must be what it's like to hear like a skateboarder. Like, oh yeah, that guy has bad steez. Excuse me, what is a steez? Excuse me, sir, what exactly is a steez? It's not a steez. Okay, douchebag, catch up. I did wonder that though. I don't really talk skateboarding around a lot of people. You know, I met a guy 2 nights ago from Congo. He didn't speak very good English at all. He had the stereotypical like Michael Blackston accent, stereotypical like African accent, and ended up being a cool guy. Never seen anyone play pool that bad in my life. This guy has never seen a pool table, never held a pool stick. I've never seen anyone this incompetent at pool. But he was a really nice guy. And at some point I was trying to ask him some questions about Congo, but there was a really bad like language barrier. So I looked up, I was like, okay, what language do they speak in the Congo? And I pick it. Bro, the Translate app doesn't have that language. I was trying to like ask him like, oh, like what did you do for fun out there? Like, how long have you been here? The Translate app didn't have that. It had it had Spanish, you know. It had Spanish. It had French. You know, it had German. It did not have whatever the fuck is going on in Congo, and that's bullshit. Translate app. I'm like looking through the options, like, can I download an extra? Do I download an extra language or something? Then I went on Google. Google really pissed me off because I went to Google Translate and I found the language. But here's the thing. When you press the button that says say it out loud, in the English version, let's say I write, what did you do for fun in Congo? And then you click the say button and it goes, what did you do for fun in Congo? And then you hit translate. Motherfucker, the play button was grayed out. It became gray. It was not even clickable. I'm clicking that bitch. I'm showing him, and he's like, I don't don't know what you're trying to do. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm trying to do either. Why is it so hard for me to communicate with you? I couldn't find it. So yeah, Eric in the chat said, just use fucking Translate app. I did. I tried. I used Google. I used Translate. You know what? Bill Gates does not want me to be friends with black people. That's the bottom line. Bill Gates does not want me to be friends with people from the Congo. That's bullshit, man. Pissing me off. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Hezbollah, they don't want me to be friends. They don't want me to have friends. That's bullshit. Okay? I bet, you know what, Bill Gates would be happy if I just died at my desk and no one found me for 4 days. That's what it takes for Bill Gates to be happy. Anyways, moving on. Final topic of the day. Steel Reserve 211, my favorite malt beverage, flavored malt beverage. I've probably drank 5,000 to 10,000 tall cans of 211 in my lifetime. I have two separate Steel Reserve tattoos on my body. They refuse to work with me. They did sponsor one of my streams, and it was great. They sent me a hat that no one would ever wear, and they sent me an extra, extra large yellow t-shirt with a tiny Steel Reserve logo on it. There was another channel that they sponsored, and they sent them a Steel Reserve skateboard. Yeah, they sent a non-skateboarding channel a skateboard. They sent me clothing for obesity. So I wish the brand would support me the way that I support them, but they never will. Moving on, they're coming out with a lemon 211, and I cannot wait. So if you guys in your area, if the lemon gets to you first, if you're so lucky, tell me so that I can either go check the liquor stores or maybe you can mail me one. Because when the Tiki series came out, it was like their version of like Hawaiian Punch alcohol. When that one came out, it didn't reach my liquor stores for months. I was late to the party. I want to be first in line. I want to be the first one to taste the lemon 211. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got for today, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Can I get a oh hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? From those of you who are still here, if any of you tuned in late, don't worry. The repeat of this podcast comes out on YouTube, on Podbean, Spotify, podcast app, iTunes, everywhere where podcasts can be found. You can find this podcast. Those come out on Sunday. Shout out to Eric Royce for the subscribe and iBookBoy for the subscribe today. I appreciate the support. You guys don't have to support me. All right, I try to make you laugh. I try to entertain you guys. You could maybe give me $1 or $2 if you wanted to. But you know what? Money's tight. Times are tough. If you want to support the podcast, tell a friend. Tell a coworker. You know what? Check on your coworkers. Make sure they're not dead. Make sure they haven't been dead for 4 days. Shout out to Eric Royce. Oh, Jeezy. Day-Day. We are sad. Day-Day. Ron, stop it. Love my toe. Low-key. Oh, Jeezy. Cam. 702. Amigo, you made it. iBookBoy. Chillin' Pete. Oh, Jeezy. I'm sure I've said everyone's name twice by now. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out. You guys are all great people. The podcast will end right now, but the stream will continue. As I always say, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't do it. Don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. When you go to work, check on all your friends. Make sure they haven't been dead for 4 days. And say hi.